I maintain that there is a universal solution to poverty, racism, and other forms of misery, at least in the United States, and that is self-reliance. You decide, like an addict on the floor, dealing with hitting rock bottom, either I'm going to die or I'm going to walk out of this room better, more determined, willing to fight for my future, fight for my life. And that is the irreplaceable quality, the quality of hopeful determination. But there is more. I say that anyone can take their life by the reins and try their best. But it also helps to have people who are well-intentioned around them. My life was saved by several people. First off, my mom lived in a tenement on Taylor Avenue in the Bronx, divorced by my father with 3 children at a time before that was a normal occurrence. She worked hard for decades, accepting whatever work came her way and slowly finding better work, moving us out of the Bronx to Connecticut, out of Meriden to Wallingford, out of poverty to a working class, lower middle class existence. She saved me. A second person, Sister Catherine Marie O'Donnell of the Schooling Sisters of Notre Dame. One day I walked into St. Mary's School. I was a weird kid. I had been exploring, and I saw this middle-aged woman with a kind but weathered face, and I started a conversation with her. The next thing I knew, she was calling my home, inviting my mother to send me and my 2 sisters to St. Mary's Catholic school. Regardless of tuition, we would pay only what we could afford. Sister Catherine didn't have to do that. Like the proverbial Good Samaritan, she saw a kid with potential, and she chose to use her role as the principal of St. Mary's to invite me and my sisters as a family to attend that school because the Spirit moved her and she listened. The third person that I choose to reference today is my friend, Reverend Todd Haynes. My friend Todd met me when I was a nihilistic, atheistic college student. I had been raised Catholic, but like many people in college, like many people, I had found crisis of faith. And my crisis of faith left me bereft. Todd invited me into his life, and together we passed through misery and grief, death and life. And long before he became officially a minister, he brought me back to Christ. Through friendship. My mother, my teacher, Sister Catherine, my friend, Todd Haynes. If we walk through life and we see suffering, and we see misplaced potential, we see potential that's going unfulfilled, and we do something ourselves, not waiting for the world to change, not waiting for history to be atoned for. We do something with the moment that we have. We can save people around us. We can help them take heart, have faith, live in hope, and be courageous enough to transform themselves from a victim of circumstance to a master of it. By being kind, by being compassionate, by following the Confucian dictum of making the good of others your personal responsibility. We each not only can overcome our circumstances, but help others overcome theirs. This, not government programs, not ideology, not chanting in the street. This human individual choice is what can save people from terrible fates, from despair. Think on it. Be well.